Yes. Yeah. Once it starts, I could test that my. Christ. Chords.
Unmute that one, huh? Unmute that side.
Now I can hear the stream.
So the audio's coming through?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we good?
Yes.
Wake Curtis up, tell him we're good.
What am I hearing? I'm hearing us again. Really?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, esteemed guests. In a moment, the UCLA School of Nursing Dean's Party and honored guests will enter, followed by our graduating class of 2022. We ask that you please turn off or silence your electronic devices, and please clear the aisles to keep them clear throughout the program. We know that you're very proud of your graduate today, but we ask that you please remain in your seats while taking pictures. Please identify the emergency exits to the side and the back of Royce Hall. Also, masks are required indoors. Today's commencement is streaming live. The link is available on our website and the Facebook page, and the video will be archived if you want to watch it later. Now, please stand and welcome the Dean, who leads the procession, followed by our faculty, honored guests, and our graduating class of 2022. Yeah. I've been trying to tell him. She sees us. Although she's like, guess they couldn't hear me.
Good morning. I said good morning, everybody. Good morning to our esteemed guests, our faculty, our staff, and our 2022 graduates. We are here on this very special day to celebrate and honor you, our graduates. I am Dr. Liz Izquierdo, Associate Dean for Student Affairs, and it is my pleasure and honor to preside over today's ceremonies. I would like to take this opportunity to first thank many individuals that made today possible, and I would like to begin by thanking those individuals that we don't see on a daily basis. Our custodial workers who played a critical role in keeping our campus safe in these unprecedented times, to our staff, faculty, and administration who guided and played a crucial role and impactful role in your academic journey. I want to personally thank all the staff that made today possible. They're behind the scenes all over. You may not see them, but they made today possible here at 6:30 in the morning for all of you. So let's give them a round of applause. I want to share a few facts that many of you don't know about our graduating class. Among our undergraduates, over 40% are the first in their families to graduate from college. Among our master's degree students, over 40% are underrepresented in higher education, but we're changing that. Among our doctoral students, we have an elite group of people who will be triple Bruins. And what that means, right, they have their undergrad, their graduate, and they will confer their doctoral degree. So will those triple Bruins please stand up? Triple Bruins. Thank you. Now please stand, if able, for our national anthem being sung by Isabella Ayapong, Meccan graduate.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Isabella, for that wonderful rendition. It is my honor to introduce our Dean of UCLA School of Nursing, Dean Zan. Dean Zan joined the UCLA on August 1st as the 8th Dean of the School of Nursing, after serving as Dean and Chief Nursing Officer of the University of Memphis Lauenberg College of Nursing for 2 campuses between 2010 and 2021. Prior, she served as the funding dean of Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences in Boston as a chief academic officer for 3 campuses, including Boston, Worcester, Massachusetts, and Manchester, New Hampshire. Dean Zan is a fellow of the American Academy of Nursing, and since 2001, she has served on the Academic Experts Panel on Aging, Global Health, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committees. Dean Zan has served on the board of the American Association of Colleges of Nursing since 2016. She chairs the Finance Committee as the board treasurer and serves as the board liaison to the New Essentials leadership team. Dean Zan is an expert on health equity for the vulnerable, over 100 scholarly publications, 6 edited books, and developed better measures for health-related behavior, higher education diversity, and workforce development. She serves on the editorial board for the Journal of Gerontological Nursing and the Journal of Aging and Geriatric Medicine. In 2020, Dean Zan was named as one of the visionaries in geriatric nursing, a legacy for the future, in the Journal of Geriatric Nursing. Please join me in welcoming Dean Zan to the podium.
Well, thank you. Honored guests and the family, friends of our graduates, we thank you for joining us to celebrate UCLA 2022 nursing graduates. Now, to all the graduates, you made it. Your graduation is a truly remarkable achievement and a milestone in your life, reflecting your determination, dedication, and resilience. Your accomplishment comes from many individuals who have supported you, guided you, mentored you, or simply been with you on your journey. Now I would like to take a few moments to recognize them. First, the families and friends of our graduates, would you please stand to be recognized? Families and friends. We thank you for your tremendous support and your patience. And you may think you don't have to pay tuition anymore. It does take a village to educate nursing students. Professors, clinical instructors, preceptors, and who have prepared you for being professional nurses, and nurse practitioners, nurse scholars, nurse scientists, and nurse leaders. Now I'm asking all the faculty, would you please stand, be recognized? We thank you. Please be seated. Now, for you, graduates, you have earned your degree. You may be happy not to take an exam now, but you will be tested in the real world. Ultimately, it is a matter of judgment, a question of choice, and the principle of integrity. You will be challenged to develop your own internal sense of agency, a sense of responsibility and accountability. We are in the unprecedented challenging time. You have opportunity to turn the challenges to pathways for innovations at home on a global scale. I believe that your generation does not settle for vague assumptions and half-truths. You will challenge the status quo to strive for excellence. As you begin your new journey, you ought to be confident you have something very important to offer to the world. If you have the biggest ideas, you may be shut down by the smallness of the mind. Think big anyway. You ought to be very proud as you graduate from one of the best schools of nursing in the nation. We call UCLA Nursing. UCLA established the first BSN program west of Mississippi in 1949, before you were born, and conferred the first Master in Nursing Science degree in California. UCLA distinguished nurses theorist Doris Johnson, Claude Roy, Betty Newman, just to name a few. And the UCLA nursing faculty and scientists were among the first to engage in clinical research to improve health of the patient. All graduates, you will continue the legacy of UCLA nursing: innovation, excellence, and leadership. You will join over millions of healthcare providers to transform our nation's healthcare to be accessible, affordable, safe, equitable, and high quality, and join over 4 million nurses in the United States, the most trusted professionals, working together, achieving the health equity for all. Today, it is my greatest honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Deborah Troutman. Dr. Troutman is the president and chief executive officer of American Association of College of Nursing. As the nation's voice for baccalaureate and graduate nursing education, the AASN, we call AASN East, and serves the public interest by setting standard, providing resource, and developing leadership capacity of nursing schools to advance nursing education, research, and practice. Dr. Troutman received the BSN from West Virginia Wesleyan College, MSN from University of Pittsburgh, and a PhD in health policy from University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Prior to her role with the AASN, Dr. Troutman served as executive director of the Center for Health Policy and Healthcare Transformation at Johns Hopkins Hospital, and in other leadership positions at Johns Hopkins Medical Institution and the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. Dr. Troutman provided extensive, outstanding service on a number of the high-profile boards and advisory board. Just to give you some example. The Research American Board of Directors, the Interprofessional Education Collaborative as the board chair. They joined the Commission Chief Nurse Executive Council and contributed to be the member of National Academy of Medicine Action Collaborative on Wellbeing and Resilience, and the Department of the Veteran Affairs Special Medical Advisory Group, and also advise the Secretary of the Veteran Affairs on matters related to healthcare delivery, research, education, and the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation as Program Director of the New Career in Nursing Project. I can go on and go on, just give you some example. Dr. Troutman is the 2007 and 2008 Robert Wood Johnson Health Policy Fellow who worked for the Honorable Nancy Pelosi, then and still Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Troutman.
It is so exciting to be here. I want to begin my remarks by thanking Dean Zahn, Vice Chancellor Gordon, honored and distinguished faculty, the students, of course, all of the administration and other staff who have been here to make this possible, alumni who are with us here today, and I too want to acknowledge the parents and the guests of the graduates that are here today. And most importantly, thank you to the graduates today for the honor and the privilege to join you in this celebration of accomplishment and success. I am so pleased to be a part of a major milestone in many of your lives. And when you all walk in, I get tears in my eyes every time. I'm just so proud of the accomplishments of each and every one of you and how important it is what you have committed to for our nation. As graduates, as graduates of the University of California, Los Angeles School of Nursing, you are following in the footsteps of many nurse leaders who have paved the way in advances in research, in advances in education, practice, and policy. And these leaders, like you, will and have shaped health policy locally, nationally, and globally. It's an honor again to be with each and every one of you. Now, this is a great occasion for celebration, and I'm pretty sure that we most certainly want to acknowledge your individual achievement because you all worked very hard to reach this point in time. And unlike many of us, you weathered a pandemic and still made it to this point with the many challenges that we all faced. So I congratulate you and celebrate you. Now, as the Dean already mentioned, few, if any of us, reach these career milestones without the support of family and friends. And so I, too, would like to ask the graduates and the faculty in joining me yet again to thank the friends and family and community that have supported the graduates. Your support has been instrumental to their success. I, to this day, still remember my family and friends who sent me care packages, sent me funny notes, stood by me during some of the most difficult moments. And I am so grateful to have had that support of friends and family. It makes a difference and it helps get us where we need to be. Now, in the larger context today, in addition to celebrating your individual achievement, which is extremely important, we also celebrate your graduation as an achievement for the nursing profession. You have, I've said already, been prepared by the finest educators, but this education you received, it benefits not only you, it benefits our profession, the patients, and the communities that we will serve. You are the future of improving health and healthcare. Now, we all know, I'm certain everyone in this room has learned, that the United States healthcare delivery system still spends more than most any other industrialized country, yet we fail to achieve better outcomes. We must do better, and you are a part of assuring that we will do better. I hope that while you will take a break from learning from tests, for today at least, but that I hope every graduate here will commit to being a lifelong learner, and that you apply the knowledge that you have learned along the way to advance innovations and innovative solutions that will help us do more to address health equity and improve access to care. There's a British economist by the name of John Maynard Keynes, and he has a quote that I want to share with each and every one of you. He said, "The challenge for the future is not so much the generation of new ideas, but escaping the old ones." We must honor our past, we must honor our history, but we must commit to being our better selves as nurses and as a nation. I look forward to learning about the contributions, the impact, and the influence that each of you graduates are going to have. Now, today is also a celebration for the nation. Education matters. When you look at, there was a study that was done by the Milken Institute, and they titled the study, "A Matter of Degrees: The Effect of Educational Attainment on Regional Economic Prosperity." This was done by the Milken Institute, and what they learned was the gross domestic product, the GDP, improves by nearly 18%, 17.4% per capita by adding 1 year of college to the region's workforce. So again, as you can see, this is much more than an individual achievement. You are doing much to help our profession and our nation. Now I'm going to ask you all, those of you, the graduates, have a card that's in with your announcements, and some of the guests may have it. I'm not sure if the faculty does, so I will show them this. But I'm going to reference this card as a part of the remaining time with my remarks. And I first want to draw your attention, if you have the card, to the very front, which is congratulations to the class again. This is from the American Association of Colleges of Nursing. Over 853 schools, 500,000 students, and over 40,000 faculty are also celebrating you today. So yet again, congratulations. Now I'm going to ask you, and bear with me, you're going to wonder about this, but there are 3 photographs that are on the back of this card. And I would like to ask you to turn your attention to those. For those of you who may not have a card, let me describe for you that there are 3 photographs. The top one is a photograph of fireworks. And I believe that fireworks signify a cause for celebration, and most certainly we know that celebration begins here today. Many are going to go forth, and I expect to hear about wonderful festivities that you will participate in today and perhaps beyond. But I also want to ask you to think about the fireworks and think about celebration throughout your career. There are going to be many moments in your profession. Some of them are going to be hard, as the dean mentioned, but there are going to be many that bring you joy. Please take time to celebrate those moments. It is very important to do so. Now next, it's going to get a bit stranger for you. I'm sharing 2 photographs that, with permission of a friend of mine, my friend is a humanitarian aid relief worker. He knows the importance of taking care of himself. He's a self-taught photographer. And much to his dismay, today I'm not going to talk about his humanitarian aid relief work, but I'm going to talk about 2 photographs that he took that I've included in this card for you all. And I'm going to share the story behind the photographs and the meaning that I think is important that I take away from these photographs. So the first photograph that you will see is this is from India. These are 3 taxi drivers, and this is a langur monkey that you can't see the bottom because it's been cropped. They're sitting on a concrete wall that's about 3 feet high. Now you might say, what in the world? Well, I said to my friend, how did you get this photograph? He was entering a place where, he was waiting to enter a place where they were going to be permitted to go in and photograph tigers. While he was waiting, he noticed and knew that there was a place of worship that was very nearby this same entry that the photographers were going to go into. And he was aware that the taxi drivers brought both locals and visitors to this place of worship. Because it was warm, because it was often hot in their vehicles, the taxi drivers would get out of the vehicles, they would sit curbside, either lower or many of them sat up on this 3 feet wall, and they would wait for their passengers to return. What my friend observed resulted in this photograph. He first saw these 3 taxi drivers, the one in the picture has a red scarf, sitting on this 3-foot wall. He then watched as out of the brush behind the men came this langur monkey. The monkey walked up to where the taxi drivers were. The monkey scaled the 3-foot wall, which I guess is not that difficult for monkeys to do, but scaled the wall, and my friend thought at first, well, this monkey must be a pet. Somebody has somehow domesticated this monkey somewhat. But he quickly observed, no, it didn't appear that it was a pet. Then he thought, well, perhaps the red scarf was attractive to the monkey, and so that's why the monkey came. Because there were other monkeys there, but they stayed back in the back. This one, though, came up to where the taxi drivers were. Now, what happened next is, in my mind, truly amazing. The langur monkey tapped the taxi driver with the red scarf on the hip. He tapped the taxi driver on the hip. He looked at the taxi driver. He looked at the small space that was between the taxi driver and the other driver, and the monkey did it repeatedly. Then what happened? The taxi drivers, my friend said, did not speak. They looked at each other, they shrugged their shoulders, they scooted down, and they made some space for the monkey. Now again, you're saying, what in the world? And the parents, what message does this have to do with you today and for your graduation? Well, for me, I would have never known or believed that would happen. And this photograph is proof of it. And what it tells me, the message for me that I hope you all will take away as well, don't be constrained by the world as you know it today. Dare to imagine what might be and strive to achieve it. I think this monkey was really quite brilliant in being able to get taxi drivers to scoot down, and apparently sat there with them for a while, and again was not a pet. You know, in our profession, we know within nursing, and increasingly more outside of nursing, how important it is to capitalize on the contributions that nurses make if we're going to be successful in health and healthcare. So I also, when I look at this photograph, I think about, one, how uniquely positioned we are to make a difference. We must ourselves commit to doing more to improve the experience of care, the health of populations, and we've got to start demonstrating more value for the expenditures that we are placing on healthcare. You all will have a very important role to play in these very important initiatives. Sometimes in nursing, and maybe other professions, we hear individuals lament that we don't have a seat at the table. I want to encourage you to remember this monkey. Don't wait for an invitation for a seat at the table. Make it happen. So please keep that in mind. Next, I do want to share, before I go to the third photograph, just a quote that was shared with me at one of my graduations, and it's from a philanthropist and business exec who I did not know prior, but the individual's name is Tom Freston. And the quote is, "A career path is rarely a path at all. A more interesting life is usually a more crooked, windy path of missteps, luck, and vigorous work. It's almost always a clumsy balance between the things you try to make happen and the things that happen to you." I believe that for each and every one of you, as I have experienced in my career, there are going to be times where the path in front of you is clear and it's been by design, by your intent. But there are other times where the path is going to be before you. It wasn't of your choosing. And you might wonder, which path is better? I would suggest to you from my lived experience, they will both take you to extraordinary places. So don't be afraid to choose a path, even if it's one that's not by design. You will have a rewarding professional career. Now, I already mentioned again about the seat at the table, but I do want to strongly encourage you that as we become a more inclusive society, as a more inclusive profession, we must role model the behaviors that we want to see in others. And there are ways to assure, if someone isn't thinking to include us, how we could take action and override that. So I hope that you all will give that consideration. Then I'm coming to the third photograph, which is one of my favorites. My friend calls this a zebra hug. For those of you who may not have it, there are two zebras. They are standing up in the wild. Well, in this photograph, first you'll see them facing each other, and then they're resting their heads on the back of the other. Now, my friend says this is a zebra hug. I asked him, I said, well, how did this photograph come to be? And he informed me that oftentimes in the wild, when the zebras are tired, they don't lie down, but rather they rest their head on the back of another. I would suggest to you that while you are entering or are continuing to participate in a highly rewarding and dynamic profession, there are many times where you are going to need to rest your head on the back of another. And I'm quite sure that many in this room have already provided you that opportunity. But I believe the best nurses make time for themselves and recognize the importance of not only supporting themselves, but in supporting others. So please remember yourself and good care for you as well as for others. We don't do that enough yet in nursing, and our well-being is important if we expect to be able to do better in taking care of others. Next, it's a little bit of a stretch, but for support, I also think when I look at these zebras about the importance of mentors. I think that we all have a responsibility to ourselves seek a mentor, and I also think we have a responsibility to be a mentor. We can all share a part of who we are that will collectively raise all of us. So I encourage you to think of the zebra hug and to do all that you can to support yourself and your colleagues. Now, I will share with you one other time when I talked about this photograph, a family member actually came up to me and said, so do you mean to tell me my graduate's going to be vulnerable prey in the healthcare delivery system? And I said, well, I certainly hope not, but we're going to do everything we can because well, first of all, as Dr. Zahn mentioned, the nation has great respect and trust in the nursing profession. But there are times where people still sometimes make bad decisions, and instead of lifting up nursing, they look to do other. And I would suggest that, we are strong enough to continue to face the realities in front of us and to put our strongest leadership forward to help us address when some of these differences may arise. Now, I have just a couple other quotes, and then I will be wrapping up my remarks. The first is, it's an old African proverb, and the source is unknown. The quote is, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. I believe that you all have come far together. I know there are times we have to go fast, and now we have to figure out how to go fast together as well. But together is the key, so please keep this in mind as you're advancing along every step of your career. And then I conclude my remarks with a quote from President John F. Kennedy, past President John F. Kennedy, who said, "Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. We should never stop learning." Today is a very important milestone for each of you, but this ceremony should not signal in any way the end of your education, the end of your learning. So regardless of where you are, if you're a triple Bruin or if you're not, however far you are along in your educational pursuit, formal or informal, pursue learning as a lifelong goal. Now, I hope you all strive to know more, learn more, and do more. So in closing, I want to say to all of the graduates, I salute you all. I wish you joy, I wish you prosperity, I wish you success, and I wish you a life filled with meaning. Thank you for the opportunity to join you today. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Troutman, for those inspirational words. Now I'm going to ask Dean Zahn to join me at the podium to present you just a gift on behalf of the UCLA School of Nursing and our appreciation for being with us today. Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Vice Chancellor Gordon. Vice Chancellor Monroe Gordon provides leadership for an integrated network of more than 20 departments at UCLA, whose programs, services, and experience connect at some point with every student in virtually every aspect of their academic journey, inside and outside the classroom. The Student Affairs organization at UCLA spans the entire range of student needs and interests, from early outreach through graduation, housing, physical and emotional wellness, recreation, and student organizations, and a host of other opportunities in between. Please join me in welcoming Vice Chancellor Monroe Gordon.
Good morning, graduates. Okay, we're gonna have to do much better than that. So this is probably now my 7th graduation, and I wanna make sure that I hear you. Good morning, graduates. I knew that nurses had it in them. I just needed to get it out of you. Okay, well, good. So as you heard, my name is Monroe Gordon. I'm the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs here at UCLA. I greatly appreciate hearing from Dr. Troutman and want to thank Dr. Zahn, all the faculty, administrators, and staff for putting me in the position to congratulate all of you. You are such an accomplished and dedicated group of professionals, and words cannot do justice to your amazing accomplishments. Now, typically when people compliment me, I usually do some hooping and hollering. So one more time, you are an accomplished and dedicated group of professionals. I realize you're all going to be working in hospitals and places like that where you can't hoop and holler, so do it now, okay? So as you know, every aspect of the student experience has been challenged and emboldened over the last 2 years through the pandemic. And I'm here to show both my gratitude and to offer you a few words of why you actually inspire me tremendously. I'm going to do my best to do that here. And also I want to provide a couple words as to why I have tremendous gratitude for the profession that you've chosen. So as I get started, I want you all to know that I come from a really large family. And my family, in my family, I should say, I have heroes, right, as we have in most families. And I have aunts and uncles and cousins that have dedicated their lives to service through being a nurse. And so when I talk about heroes here, I'm talking about, for our nurses, our real heroes, right? The real heroes that we have. And because I spent time with these heroes within my family, I know that nursing doesn't begin on the first day of classes. I also know that it doesn't begin on your first day of rotations, and it certainly doesn't start when you graduate. Nursing and this concept of being a hero actually starts, I believe, when you're quite young. I think it's a mustard seed that grows. It's a calling that you have within you to serve. And while commencement may mark the end of your academic study at UCLA, for all of you, it simply continues your lifelong commitment in terms of your service. I know you have been caring for what we now call patients, and you've been serving your communities, you have been comforting your family and countless families, and you have been supporting colleagues your entire lives. These are but a few reasons that you are heroes, and you're individuals from whom we all owe our gratitude and respect. Thank you, yes. So let's talk a little bit about this accomplishment that you've earned and put it a little bit into context. During the pandemic, you've treated patients with COVID and COVID-like symptoms, and at times you may not have had the answers, but you had your commitment, you had your resolve, and you had compassion. And I'm sure that meant the world to countless individuals, even if they were unable to tell you so at the time. Nurses in this country are also at the front lines of life-saving efforts in communities that are big and are small. The contributions that nurses bring to healthcare under seemingly impossible circumstances cannot be overstated. In serving during this unprecedented time, you reflect the bravery of our entire healthcare workforce who put themselves at great risk to help those who are suffering, a workforce whose families also make great sacrifices so that they all can benefit, and we all can benefit from the efforts that you provide. As a student with your own needs, your own well-being to navigate such a rigorous program during the pandemic is absolutely extraordinary. Change came often for you. It came frequently and was often very, very confusing. Whether that's the instructions and expectations that you received, understanding the availability of resources that can help you, not just in your programs, but also individually, or just overcoming the impact of the pandemic that it may have had on you personally, your resilience has been truly incredible during this time. So I want all the graduates to really listen to this, because as a person who serves and who's chosen this profession, I recognize that taking care of your own health, both mental and physical, is not easy for you to do. And it's not enough for us to simply say, put on your own life vest before putting on someone else's, because oftentimes you are constantly putting on someone else's life vest. But I do want you to know that taking care of yourself is of the utmost importance. I also want you to know, and for everyone else in this audience and auditorium, we all have to be in positions of showing not just the respect, but the care for our healthcare workers, so that all of this does not fall only on them. So, before you clap, you missed the opportunity. It is gone, okay? So I'm gonna keep going, because this is actually the good time that I have in the speech here. I want to go back to this concept of heroes, and I was very inspired by Dr. Troutman and the quotes that Dr. Troutman provided, and so I want to do so, because I'd be remiss if I didn't provide some form of a quote here. You'd be asking yourself, what in the world does the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs do if he can't provide a quote? So I'm going to talk about a great hero that we all know and we all love. And this hero, for me, I've heard countless times say, with great power comes great responsibility. I think you all know which hero I'm talking about. Batman. I can't tell you the number of times that I have been in front of my TV set hearing Batman say those words to me. As I've gotten older, I realized that perhaps Batman took that from someone else. Be that as it may, I think it still has applicability to what we're talking about here today. For you, Graduates, you join a family today of nearly 4 million nurses. The nursing profession has a legacy of providing compassion and humanity, often in the greatest time of need for patients and families, for demonstrating the highest level of competence in stressful and unpredictable situations, and perhaps most importantly, for somehow being the only healthcare professionals who can actually hit the right vein in my arm to extract blood without causing me pain. But I digress, because it's not only about me, although I would tell you that that's a really important trait for you all to continue to upkeep. Today, you're called upon to do even more. There is no question that social justice in healthcare has never been discussed more. You will advance the nursing profession in its pursuit of equitable and inclusive care for all. And that's a line I really do want to repeat, because I honestly believe this, but you will advance the nursing profession in its pursuit of equitable and inclusive care for all. You are on the front lines of educating patients and doctors, administrators, and the community. These are but a few reasons why your work is so important and why you have so much of my admiration. So finally, graduates, I'm going to say thank you for all that you have done, all that you do, and for all that you will do going forward. I'm grateful and in awe of you, and very happy to see you and call you my heroes. Congratulations.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. I now invite Dean Zan to the podium, and on behalf of the UCLA School of Nursing, appreciation for you being with us today. We will now begin with the introduction of our nursing programs. Each program director will introduce their degree program. One student from each program was selected to speak on behalf of their graduating class, providing their perspective on their education and their future. Following each speech, we will present the candidates for the program. A faculty marshal will read the student's name. The name, along with the honors and accolades, will appear on the screen behind me. For our PhD and DNP graduates, the name of the chair will also appear. It is my pleasure to invite to the podium Dr. Wendy Robbins, our Doctor of Philosophy Program Director, to present the program, student speaker, and degree candidates.
Well, good morning. I'm Wendy Robbins, PhD Program Director, and the PhD program provides the theoretical and scientific foundation for nurses who want to become nurse scientists, scholars, educators, or academic and scientific leaders, with the focus on development of new knowledge to guide nursing practice. In order to receive a PhD degree, students must complete rigorous academic courses and an original guided research project. Eventually, successfully, they defend their PhD dissertation. A Doctor of Philosophy or PhD degree is the highest academic degree anyone can earn. Representing the PhD program as today's student speaker is Anna Dermenchen.
Hello, graduating class of 2020. And our families, friends, faculty, and staff. It is an honor to be here on this stage with you, graduating from UCLA and inside of Royce Hall, where I've seen Madeleine Albright, Secretary Madeleine Albright, President Bill Clinton, and many other national leaders speak right here on stage. What an honor to share this day with all of you. As Dr. Robbins said, my name is Anna Dermenchen, and I'm the PhD cohort commencement speaker. When I started my first nursing degree 17 years ago, I heard a lot about nursing being an art and a science. But I didn't know what it meant until my first year of nursing at the bedside, when a patient told me, "I know within seconds of my nurse walking in the door if they care for me." At the time, I was trying to impress him with my knowledge of all the vasoactive drugs that were stabilizing his hemodynamic condition after cardiac surgery, and I thought I was being impressive. But in that aha moment, I realized I needed the science to be able to provide safe and quality care, but equally important was how he felt cared for in my presence. We know nurses show up every day on the front lines to take care of people in need. However, before the COVID pandemic, most people didn't understand what nurses do. In the last 3 years, we have all seen how nursing care is irreplaceable. A hospital bed is meaningless without a nurse on shift to take care of the patient. To increase awareness about nursing, my colleague Dr. Kristen Choi and I wrote 2 editorials in 2020 on why nurses matter at decision-making tables and how our art and science impacts health outcomes. We published these articles in The Hill and Stat News, 2 widely read publications outside of nursing. I want to highlight a few key messages here for all of you. First, nursing is a unique discipline. Nursing offers patient-centered interventions and whole-person care that goes beyond disease treatment. Nursing is the diagnosis and treatment of the human response to health and illness. This is different from medicine, which is about the diagnosis and treatment of disease itself. Second, nurses have been routinely rated the #1 most honest and ethical profession in the United States, as we heard earlier. We are needed at the decision-making tables in government, health-related commissions, panels, and task forces to help improve healthcare. This is because nurses' foundational commitment is to patient health, not cost, politics, shareholders, profits, appearances, or other competing incentives in healthcare. Third, just like any other discipline, nursing has a history, philosophy, and theory-driven body of scientific research. Many of our PhD graduates today sitting up front, including me, are contributing to a growing body of knowledge in chronic disease management, population health, diverse and vulnerable populations, older adults, and many other important topics. The research nurses conduct helps improve health and healthcare for patients, families, and communities. In summary, I'm going to echo some of the remarks that Dr. Trotman made. Patients depend on nurses to provide technical, scientific, and evidence-based care, but they do well when our art and science are aligned. So my call to action to all nurses here is never to hesitate to invite yourself to the decision-making tables where you practice and teach. And for all others that are here, all our non-nurses, I challenge you to always advocate for nursing. In doing so, you will be supporting a better healthcare system for all of us. Thank you very much, everyone. What an honor. Congratulations to all of us.
Thank you, Anna. That was fabulous. So as I introduce the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree, will the chair or designated hooder of each student's dissertation committee come forward for the hooding? And would the other committee members present stand? Sarah Al-Kahafi. The association between immigrant Muslim Arab women's health beliefs, knowledge, fatalism, modesty, perceived spousal support, and their mammogram utilization, a mixed methods approach. Susan Dempsey. Incidence of opioid-induced respiratory depression in trauma patients on central care floor receiving patient-controlled analgesia of nurse-administered IV opioids. Administered, administered by capnography and pulse oximetry, a prospective blinded observational study. Anna Dermentian. Respiratory vaccinations in heart failure patient population. Ariz Guzman. Digital behaviors of older adults, an examination of social media characteristics, social support and depression during the COVID-19 pandemic. Jolene Smeltzer. Mind over matter, food addiction, impulsivity, dietary adherence, and brain changes in type 2 diabetes.
Thank you, Dr. Robbins. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Nancy Jo Bush, Director of our Doctoral of Nursing Practice, who will introduce the student speaker and the candidates for degree.
Good morning, graduates, family, friends, esteemed faculty, and special guests. A Doctor of Nursing Practice degree, a DNP, is the highest degree in clinical nursing practice. A DNP is a doctorally prepared advanced practice nurse, such as a nurse practitioner, clinical nurse specialist, nurse midwife, nurse anesthetist, or nurse executive. As clinical experts and leaders, DNPs translate evidence-based practice to improve health outcomes. Person-centered care, healthcare policy, leadership, and clinical scholarship are other hallmark contributions of the DNP prepared nurse. DNPs translate research evidence at the patient or systems level to ensure patient safety, ethical and equitable care, and quality of life for patients and families. Representing the DNP program as today's student speaker is Joanna Anurin Torres.
I want to start off with saying congratulations 2022! We are all here! With all the COVID happening, I'm very happy to see everybody out and having some normalcy. It's such an honor to speak here today on behalf of my class. First, we would like to thank the UCLA School of Nursing, faculty and administration, all of you who had to be creative and work through this pandemic. Without your hard work, none of this would have been possible for any of us to be here today. Thank you to the professors and clinical mentors who shared all your time and knowledge and expertise. We give our utmost heartfelt gratitude to all our loved ones, family, and friends. I remember the first time we all met online on Zoom. We introduced ourselves and shared personal information and our background. I was so nervous, but yet excited as I listened to all the diverse backgrounds and experience that everyone had. Going back to get your DNP was kind of challenging at first. I'm sure many of you could relate. I knew that I had to do a lot of reading and writing, but I didn't realize how much reading and writing it really was. I thought to myself, what did I just get myself into? But there was no turning back. My husband already paid tuition. Thank you. Nevertheless, I was committed. As weeks passed by, we started learning to work on developing our PICO statement, and the more reading and research we did, I realized even more how vital and valuable it is to do research and quality improvement projects. Here we are. We all came to achieve one common goal here, is to obtain a doctorate in nursing practice. We want to achieve the highest level of nursing practice and bring to fruition the vision we have for the future of healthcare. Because of our mutual interest, we developed strong connections that quickly turned into great friendships during this journey. Nurses, as you know, as the Chancellor also spoke, we're heroes. We're a special breed of people out here. It's no surprise that the World Health Organization designated year 2020 and 2021 as the year of the nurse and midwife to mark the 200th birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing. We are advocates and we are healers as well as lifelong learners. We can fight inequity in health, wealth, and opportunity with what we learned to guide us in our future endeavors. With ambition, dedication, and courage, we can accomplish extraordinary by doing work that makes a difference in the world. As Brené Brown would say, the courage to be vulnerable is not about winning or losing. It's about the courage to show up when you can't predict or control the outcome. We may not know where our paths may lead once we walk out of here, but just know that we should allow ourselves to be vulnerable and find the passion that lies within each one of us so that we can be that change agent and partake in the translation of research into practice and to become that innovator to help elevate the nursing profession and improve healthcare outcomes. My fellow DNPs, this is our moment. All the hours and reading articles and writing, the text phone calls that we get from one another as our anxiety rises, we're trying to finish a last-minute assignment after a long day of work and also managing our families. We stuck together and we did it. What can I say? We have arrived, DNPs, Cohort 3!
Thank you so much, Joanna. That was very inspirational. Now I'm going to introduce the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree. With the chair of each student's dissertation committee come forward for their hooding. New Alfondi, Chair Holly Devon. Risk of stroke among low to moderate risk trans-ischemic attack patients receiving outpatient care at a nurse practitioner-led clinic. Sigma Theta Tau, Alpha Tau Delta, and recipient of the DNP Scholarly Project Award. Joanna Anuran Torres, Chair Lauren Clark. Pre-procedural video education on liver ablation treatment, Sigma Theta Tau. Karen Gail Bacasa, Chair Felicia Hodge. Title, Depression and Aftermath of Stroke, Sigma Theta Tau. Monica Camaro Baggio, Chair Dorothy Wiley. The implementation of diabetes prevention program at a community health center, Sigma Theta Tau. Georgina Rose Cabrera, Chair Barbara Bates Jensen. Evidence-based wound education for primary care providers, Sigma Theta Tau, Alpha Tau Delta. Agnes Choi, Chair Eunice Lee. Increasing adherence to scheduled appointments among underserved populations, Sigma Theta Tau. Therese Marie Gallengay Donnelly, Chair Dorothy Wiley. Implementation of a lifestyle coaching program for prevention of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease progression, Sigma Theta Tau. Karina Lizette Guerra, Chair Dorothy Riley. Educational coaching with teaching for adult Hispanics with type 2 diabetes, Sigma Theta Tau. Karima Gowani, Chair Barbara Bates Jensen. Application of music therapy for nursing home residents with dementia, Sigma Theta Tau. Hamida Kanmahum, Chair Jian Lee. Use of mindfulness to decrease stress and burnout among nurse practitioners, Sigma Theta Tau, Alpha Tau Delta. Cecile Kagarian Kokovan, Chair Carol Pavlish, Mortality Screening and Palliative Care in the Intensive Care Unit, Sigma Theta Tau. Kristen Ahmad Koppelson, Chair Nancy Pike. A quality improvement project to enhance precepting in a primary care nurse practitioner residency, Sigma Theta Tau. Tamala Murray, Chair Nalo Hamilton. Breast reconstruction education and patient satisfaction, a patient-centered approach, Sigma Theta Tau. Byung Suk Park, Chair Wendy Robbins. improve hepatocellular carcinoma surveillance with analytic quality improvement measures and electronic medical record alerts in patients with cirrhosis. Sigma Theta Tau. Laura Quigg, Chair Carol Pavlish, a brief mindfulness-based self-care intervention on critical care nurses' resilience and well-being during the COVID-19 pandemic. Harold Sarmiento, Chair Y.T. Chen, Pre-Exposure Prophylaxis in Primary Care, Sigma Theta Tau. Lauren Siepel, Wendy Robbins Chair, Impact of a Hematology Education Module on Knowledge and Self-Efficacy of Hematology Nurse Practitioners, Sigma Theta Tau. Layla Shad, Chair Y.T. Chen, Trauma-Informed Care Training for Women's Health MSN students, Sigma Theta Tau. Rashani Was, Chair Dorothy Wiley, Nutritional Management for Diagnosed Type 2 Diabetes, Patients with a Primary Care Setting.
Sorry, a little. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Nancy Jill Bush. Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Nella Hamilton, who will introduce our master's students. She'll introduce the program, the student speaker, and our candidates. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Izquierdo. Graduates of this program are practicing registered nurses who return to school to obtain education and credentials required for advanced nursing practice, including the role of nurse practitioner and of clinical nurse specialist with emphasis in a specialty population. The advanced practice nursing role extends beyond the traditional role of the registered nurse to include diagnosis, assessment, and formulation of treatment plans, as well as management and leadership. The class has chosen Nicole Ransbottom as their speaker.
Hey team, does today feel a little bit bittersweet? Let's take a step back and pretend it's March 2020. You've just received your acceptance letter to the UCLA APRN program. Congrats, you worked so hard to get here. But then, a week later, we went on lockdown because of COVID. And as you guys know, things got a lot more complicated. But once school started, we got creative and we found the silver lining. Virtual class? Okay, we'll save money on parking and time on commuting, and we can wear pajamas on the bottom to class, right? That's the new Zoom normal. Just don't stand up without turning off your camera, otherwise a video may go viral of you on social media. But don't worry, Dr. Galinsky, we never wore pajamas on the bottom and a blazer on top during our presentations in your class. But we're still not sure if the correct answer was delirium or dementia. Zoom also allowed us to do show and tell with our pets. Cheers to all our pet therapy photos that we sent each other to remain sane. A welcomed purity intermission. In the clinical setting, we left our comfort zones as accomplished RNs and became curious once again as novice nurse practitioner students. We focused on being absorbed in the process and entrusted our education to our dedicated teachers and preceptors. Thank you all. I promised Dr. Thomas we read the syllabus, and eventually we understood the assignment. This makes our last 2 years sound easy, though. It wasn't. We continued to bend and flex. Nurses are known for their creativity and problem-solving skills. We tested the limits of these skills by attending graduate school during a pandemic. I see your hard work. I see your tears, and I see your heart. Some of us took care of loved ones. Some of us lost loved ones, got married, had a baby, and were the rock for our family and community when often no one knew what to do or what the right answers were. I recently learned a new word. The word is Freudenfreude. When I heard the definition, I immediately thought of all of you. It means the lovely enjoyment of another person's success. The opposite is Schadenfreude. Think celebrity gossip and political headlines. When we were presented with questions, struggles, success, challenges over the last 2 years, our class met each other with positivity and encouragement. We celebrated each other's accomplishments instead of meeting each other with competitiveness and negativity. We demonstrated Freudenfreude. As we move forward into our new careers as APRNs, if we harbor an attitude of Freudenfreude, we will be met with positive opportunities, growth, and connection. I will leave you with my favorite simplified definition of Freudenfreude. In the words of Brené Brown, if this is your flame and the wind picks up, good friends will cup their hands around your flame to prevent it from going out, and you will do the same for them. No flame blower outers. Thank you to the APRN class of 2022 for protecting my flame. It's been an honor to protect yours along our journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Students will proceed in alphabetical order according to their specialty area. Some students have completed requirements for both nurse practitioner and clinical nurse specialist, and some nurse practitioner students completed additional coursework and clinical training in the area of occupational and environmental health. It is now my honor to present to you the Advanced Practice Bruins of UCLA School of Nursing. Crystal Alvarez. Tara Atanucci, Sigma Theta Tau. Leah Arredondo. Seema Kashak. Angel Caleb. Jessica Katinkal. Evelyn Chang. Lucia De La Vega. Lauren Jessica Carp. Kevin Kwan, Sigma Theta Tau. Calvin Lee. Tayaba Majini. Sabrina Moni. Alexandria Monin. Angela Park. Nicole Ransbottom, Sigma Theta Tau. Jennifer Rodas. Cassandra Wolvakaba. Emily San. Diane Sarmiento, Sigma Theta Tau. Shiva Satish, Sigma Theta Tau. Leora Shackett. Sabrina Silvera Devila. Madeline Smith. Sherry Tran, Sigma Theta Tau. These students are now the adult gerontology acute care nurse practitioner and clinical nurse specialist. Catherine Kawasaki. This student is adult gerontology primary care nurse practitioner. Deanna Chang, Sigma Theta Tau. Julia Dansinger. Chelsea Stone, Sigma Theta Tau. Sana Tam. Mia Wong. Aaron Burgos. Cynthia Escamilla. Teresa Gonzalez, Sigma Theta Tau. Emily Gray, Sigma Theta Tau. Brianne Guevara. Lina Maria Hernandez Abreu. Megan Marmarell, Alpha Tau Delta. Kimberly Mendenhall. Jasmine Ocampo, Sigma Theta Tau. Kelly Robinson, Sigma Theta Tau. Kirsten Santiago, Sigma Theta Tau. David Seong. Kimberly Timberlake Overes, Sigma Theta Tau. Annie Tran. Luis Villanueva, Sigma Theta Tau. Allison Wang. These students are the pediatric nurse practitioner and clinical nurse specialist, Stephanie Grego. The following Bruins are the family nurse practitioners, Leslie Joy Blanco Alcazar, Sigma Theta Tau. Nicole Aguiano, Sigma Theta Tau. Amanda Ball. Diva Patech. Elise Brown, Sigma Theta Tau. Shauna Caldwell. Jacqueline Capaldi. Nicole Chang. Irene Chung, Sigma Theta Tau. Nari Chung. Jennifer Cruz. Alina Diaz. Leanne Daisy Duarte. Take your mask off. City Cat Jirwa. Helen Huyn. Janet Kim, Sigma Theta Tau. Carmen Lee. Lisa Liu. Jennifer Mahan, Sigma Theta Tau. Natalie Nelson. Angela Nguyen. Olivia Pagano. Erica Park. Narissa Pasag Obras, Sigma Theta Tau. Marianne Ravelis, Sigma Theta Tau. Christine Riviera. Patricia Rodriguez Garcia. Patricia Araceli Rojas, Sigma Theta Tau, Alpha Tau Delta. Kelly Rydell. Jesselyn Joy Walter, Sigma Theta Tau.
Thank you, Dr. Hamilton. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Nita Brellock, who will introduce the Master of Science in Nursing, Master Entry Clinical Nursing, and also our bachelor's program. She will introduce the student speaker. Dr. Barbara Bates Jensen will introduce the candidates.
Good morning. Graduates of our Master's Entry Clinical Nurse, or MECN program, come to nursing after completing a bachelor's degree in another discipline and bringing diversity and life experience to their developing nursing practice. In addition to a master's degree and RN licensure, our MECN graduates are eligible for clinical nurse leader certification, reflecting their unique understanding of policy and systems issues that have an impact on patient outcomes, particularly in today's healthcare environment. Our next speaker, representing the Master's Entry Clinical Nurse cohort and chosen by his class, is Dimitri Fisher II.
My Lord, it's a lot of people in here. It's a lot. Mom, Dad, Nana, Nicole, surprise. It's your boy up here. I love y'all, man, for real. Thank you for everything. Man, this is a surreal moment. I just realized, like, looking at all the graduates, I think I'm the only black male out of all of us. So we're gonna work on that, you know? We're gonna change that. We're gonna change that. We're gonna change that. Man, yeah, this is cool. As I stand up here, you know, before you all, it's truly both an honor and a privilege. Man, each and every one of you, both faculty and my classmates, will forever hold a special place in my heart because we did this together, you know, and man, I'm sorry, I'm so nervous. I believe I speak for all of us when I say that there's a certain level of respect that we will all have for each other going forward, because not only did we lead, apply to, get accepted in, and ultimately graduate from one of the top Masters of Nursing programs in the world, but we did so during unprecedented times. So for those that don't remember, there's a thing called COVID, kind of rocked all of our worlds, and COVID-19 lockdowns began in March 2020. This program began just 7 months after that in October 2020. There was an option to defer, but everyone in my class chose to run headfirst into the fire, chose to go full speed into the unknown rigors of this program, met with the unknown future that COVID had in store for us. Sorry. Everyone here chose to challenge themselves, chose to adapt, chose to believe in themselves, and ultimately succeeded. You see, some of my classmates graduated undergrad and worked in a career for nearly a decade before returning to school. Some of us, all gas, no brakes, we started this program right after graduating undergrad. Others were single mothers raising children simultaneously while working jobs and are here today. One of our very own classmates had her newborn just 2 weeks into the program. But nonetheless, we all prevailed. You see, everyone before me, we're gonna go on to become phenomenal nurses, advanced practice nurses, doctors, researchers, and educators. But not only that, mothers, fathers, husbands, wives, businessmen, businesswomen, politicians, and whatever else it is that we set our minds to. So take a moment as you sit in the answer of your prayers. Take a moment to close your eyes. take a deep breath and bask in this moment right now. If you ever doubt yourself, come back to this moment where you're a product of your hard work, a product of your capability, a product of what you can achieve, a testament of your faith. And as you go on in life, if ever things get tough, if there's a position you want to apply to or a program you want to apply for, and you ever second guess yourself, realize that so many people didn't get into this program, but you did. And not only that, you excelled. So if I never see you again after this day, do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Do the world a favor. And never forget your power. Remind yourself of your power each and every day. That's my cousin. Your power to love, your power to be kind, your power to be happy, your power to positively impact the lives of everyone that you come in contact with, and your power to change your own life. So keep striving, keep excelling, and always remember who you are. 2022 UCLA Meccan graduate. I love y'all, and I'm proud of us, man.
Thank you, Dimitri. That was great. I'm Dr. Barbara Bates Jensen, and it is my pleasure and my honor to present to you the Master's Entry Clinical Nursing graduates of 2022. Edith Aguirre. Isabella Aguipong. Jasmine Alberto. Bianca Andrade. Daphne Aruz Leong. Aileen Lisa Atikian. Chelsea Barraza. Gabriel Barrios. Kelsey Bauman. Amber Booth. Gabriela Boyne Rostro. Eric Justin Dayrit. Cecilia Delgadillo. Tenzin Diki. Bailey Divins. Chelsea Marie Dormaville. Dimitri Fisher II.
Imelda Flores. Paige Garner. Jessica Goldbeck. Joseph Grotz. Michelle Guerra. Ariel Hale. Ashley Adaja Henry. Emily Nozaki Hernandez. Indra Hernandez. Crystal M. Young Irene Yang. Michelle Min Soo Kam. Michelle Kang. Michelle Crone. Ben Kraus. Lydia Kwan. Justin Kyung. Heidi Lynn. Tamisha Mann. Jennifer McGlynn Wu. Yuki Minami. Brian Mitchell. Elizabeth Montero. Alejandra Navarrete. Lena Nguyen. Kimberly Nunez. Laura Olson. Yesenia Padilla. Valerie Palayo. Rachel Razi. Rosa Rivas. Ernesto Rodriguez. Narina Sinani. Nathaniel Spielberg. Lauren Steingraf. Waravi Sandy Suwanabart. Judy Tang. Kazra Tabakoli. Keshav Tyagi. Carla Urbina. Jonas Velasco. Rhea Luisa Patron Vera. Francis Gerard Villarus. Kimberly Virgin. Elizabeth Wagstaff. Camille Williams. Kristen Yabuno. Joanna Yortis. Sharday Young Owens. Nala Zaki.
I would like to invite Dr. Anita Bralock back to the podium, who will introduce our Bachelor of Science student speaker and degree candidates.
Thank you, Dr. Barbara Bates Jensen. Completing a rigorous science-based curriculum and a scholarly capstone project, graduates of our Bachelor of Science in Nursing are now ready to sit for RN licensure and will soon be providing direct nursing care to patients in settings ranging from the intensive care unit to community clinics. Our speaker is Clarissa Cabell.
Good morning to all of our esteemed guests, faculty, friends, family, and my fellow graduates. Welcome. My name is Clarissa Cabell, and I'm absolutely honored to represent the UCLA School of Nursing BSN class of 2022 on this very exciting day. As I stand up here before you all, I really can't help but think, wow, they really just let us be a nurse nowadays. Totally kidding, totally kidding. But we are ready, and we've been ready ever since our very first summer orientation, before our very, very first Med-Surg A clinical. On that day, Professor Studer taught us about the 6 Ps. She said to look for pain, positioning, potty, pumps, placement, and preventing falls. In nursing school, we learned all about the importance of assessment, to assess these 6 things every hour and every time we step foot into our patient's room. Well, when asked to assess the class of 2022 for this speech, I found another set of 6 Ps. First, we are persevering. During our time at UCLA, we've dealt with wildfire after wildfire, active shooter threats, a global pandemic. Some of us lost family members and loved ones. But all that could not stop us and would not stop us from taking our midterms, finals, OSATs, and OSCEs. We held one another, we cried by each other, but most importantly, we persevered through it all together. The second P, progressive. I'm so thrilled seeing all of the different faces in this room, from Farsi speakers, Spanish speakers, Mandarin, Cantonese, male nurses, Black nurses, LGBTQIA+ nurses. I've learned so much from interacting with all of you, and it brings me great joy knowing that each one of us has something unique to bring to the table, to connect with our patients as we further enhance diversity in the nursing workforce. Coinciding with the last P, proactive. Despite spending hours in the hospital advocating for our patients, that wasn't enough for us. We left the hospital, logged out of Zoom, and we took to the streets in support of the Black Lives Matter movement, in support of our Black patients and our peers. We were not idle, and we refused to stay silent. Trust me, take one look at my phone, and most of our notifications are cohorts GroupMe chat. We are definitely not silent. The fourth P, passionate. The glue that holds our cohort together is our passion for nursing, our passion for helping others. Anyone could notice this just by spending 1 minute in the classroom with us. No stethoscope or pen light needed to assess this one. The fifth P, powerful. We are powerful together, just as we are apart. And as we walk out of these doors today, remember your power. Your power does not come from your scrubs, or your cloves, your clogs, or your Littmann stethoscope. It comes from you. Use it to do good, and don't let any mean preceptor, patient, or clinical coach take your power away. And finally, the last P, promising. As I take one final look at us as a cohort today, I could proudly say that I will trust each one of you to take care of my life. You're all promising nurses, no matter where you go, and don't forget me when we go. And it is a great honor to be graduating with you all today. Class of 2022, we are more than a pandemic cohort. We are persevering, progressive, proactive, passionate, powerful, and promising. And don't forget, if you didn't document it, you didn't do it. Well, class of 2022, we did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Clarissa. That was wonderful. It's now my pleasure, my honor, and I'm just totally happy to be able to present to you the 2022 Bachelor of Science graduates. This is a remarkable and amazing class. Taryn Baldus. Alyssa Bai. Ashley Boma. Alyssa Bryan. Charlotte Bryant. Nicole Bite. Clarissa Cabill. Diana Calderon. Christian Carrasco. Kristen Chen. Hunter Daly. Maria de los Rios. Jasmine Dalla. Stephanie Diaz Rosales. Mona El Masri. Chathuri Gunasekara. Ivana Gutierrez. Cecilia Hardon. Michaela Ives. Sarah Young. Joyce Joe. Grace Kim. Adela Minji Kim. Hisu Kim. Kristen Kim. Anjali Kumar. Julia Lee. Fanny Lee. Tiffany Liu. Vanessa Liu. Rosie Martinez. Mary McGinn. Helen Mejia Tabalon. Vanna Mirzakani. Kiara Mitchell. Eddie Nelms. Brian Wynn. Alma Ochoa.
Tammy Park. Deshandre Richardson. Christina Ruelas. Gabriela Ruiz. David Ryan. Sabrina Rue. Karen Sanchez. Diana Sandoval. Jennifer Sharp. Shania Sitko. Emily Tam. Janine Tundra. Marcela Udade Barrera. Aranza Valadez Enriquez. Helen Zhao.
Thank you, Dr. Barbara Bates Jensen. And now it's my pleasure, Dean Zahn, please come forward for the conferring of the degrees.
Wow, this is so exciting, right? With the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree and the Doctor in Nursing Practice, please rise. With the chairs of the dissertation committees, please rise. Will the committee members of the PhD dissertations or DNP scholarly projects please rise? Will all the faculty please rise? Do the members of the faculty agree that each of these Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing Science and the Doctor of Nursing Practice candidates standing before you have met and fulfill all the requirements to hold the highest academic degree, the Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, and the highest nursing practice degree, Doctor of Nursing Practice, DNP, please signify your degree endorsement by saying a resounding yes.
Yes.
By the power vested in me by the Regents of University of California, I bestow upon you the Doctor of Philosophy degree and the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree and all the rights and the privileges thereof. Congratulations, doctors. All right, the doctors, please be seated. We're the candidates for the Master of Science in Nursing degree, both advanced practice nursing and the making candidates. Please rise. Will all the faculty please rise? By the powers vested in me by the regents of University of California, I bestow upon you the Master of Science in Nursing degree, with all the rights and the privileges thereof. Congratulations, all the master graduates. Please be seated. Okay, will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? Will the faculty please rise? By the powers vested in me by the regents of University of California, bestow upon you the Bachelor of Science degree and all the rights and the privileges thereof. In academic tradition, the students who has not earned the degree wears the tassel on the right side of their cap. All the BSN graduates, to signify your conferred college degree, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, now it is the time to turn your tassel to the left. And congratulations to all the BSN and all the UCLA 2022 graduates. And go, let's say this, go Bruins. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dean Zahn. At this milestone in your nursing career, you have the opportunity to affirm your commitment to quality care for those receiving your services by reading the International Pledge for Nurses. This pledge is printed on the inside back of your commencement program. Dr. Robert Lucero, our Associate Dean of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, will lead us in this pledge. Dr. Lucero.
Will all graduates, faculty, and all nurses in the audience please rise? And will you raise your right hand? Please join me together. In full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refrain from any action which might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level, and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity of the professional nurse. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Lucero. Now for one more UCLA commencement tradition. If there's one thing that Bruins, aspiring Bruins, and Bruins lovers know, it's the 8 clap. A UCLA event would not be complete without it. We would like to introduce Cecilia Jardon, who graduated today with her Bachelor's of Science, to lead us in the traditional UCLA 8 clap. Cecilia.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Buenos días a todos. All right. Okay, so first, I'm going to start off by just teaching you, and then we're going to have everyone stand up after and just do it full on, all right? All right, so everybody pay attention. Okay, so first, you're going to go ahead and just wiggle your fingers down low, and you're going to go up, ah, and then you're going to clap 8 claps, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, yeah, oh, okay, everybody up. Hold up. Okay, then you're gonna go ahead, for anybody who doesn't know, you're gonna go spell out UCLA, right? U, 1, 2, 3, C, L. You gotta elongate the L though, don't forget, L, A. All right, and then UCLA, fight, fight, fight. You guys got it? Everyone got it? All right, we're gonna make sure this is the loudest 8 clap in Royce. All right, from the School of Nursing. All right, everybody stand up. All right, everyone ready? Okay, okay. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. U, C, L, A. UCLA, fight, fight, fight. Go Bruins!
Thank you so much, Cecilia. Thank you very much to our family, friends, our faculty, and our guests for joining us today. Best wishes to all the graduates and our new School of Nursing alumni. We ask our audience to remain in your seats during the recessional. As our keynote mentioned, when you go alone, you may go fast, but when you go together, you go far. Thank you. So our faculty will be exiting in pairs as they begin the procession outside the building, and we ask our graduates to do the same. And the small act serves as a symbolism of team practice. Team practice and collaboration are the essential skills of our nurses. New graduates, please wait for the student affairs to dismiss you row by row. Family and friends, please allow the faculty and the students to exit. And congratulations, graduates of 2022.